Hello friends, welcome to this new video. So in this video we are going to solve one process developer assignment. So I got this particular assignment from one of the organization during the interview. Okay, so basically the assignment is very simple. Okay, there are two questions which we have to solve. Data is given. We have to apply some logic here for solving this particular problem statement. Okay, so let's start. So basically the data given is we have one column for grade, section and batch ID, and the completion status is given for each and every batch ID. So batch ID with completion status and their mode of training, whether it is online, offline or hybrid. Okay, so the questions are we have to find the training completion percentage of each trainer and we have to represent them in graph. Okay, so we don't have to do it manually, we have to do it by using some formulas. This is the first question, and the second question is we have to find the number of on hold training status for each of the trainer. Okay, so again we have to use certain functions here, we don't have to do it manually. Okay, so let's start. So basically, if you observe the data carefully, there are three columns with grade, section, and batch ID. Okay, so what we will do, our trainer name, grade, section, and batch ID. So first, we will create a complete table. So what I'll do, I'll just copy the whole data which is given. Okay, and I'll paste this in solution sheet. Okay, so now what I want here, I want the completion status and mode of training for each of the following batch ID. Okay, so here I'll put heading as completion status and mode of training. I'll just copy this header and I'll paste it here. Okay, so basically to get this particular completion status we will apply VLOOKUP. So is equals to VLOOKUP, which value we want to find out. We want to find out this particular batch ID. From where we want to find out? We want to find out this particular batch ID from this completion status. So I'll select this complete thing, comma. So as we are looking for completion status, so completion status, the index will come as 2, comma. We need the exact match, so 0. We'll hit enter. Okay, so if you want to apply this for the complete entire column, you can just drag it down like this. Okay, so you will get the completion status for each and every batch ID. Now we want mode of training for each and every batch ID. So what I'll do, I'll just copy the formula. Okay, I'll paste it here. So basically if you observe the completion status data, okay, so we for this particular thing, mode of training, okay, so the index will be 3. Okay, just yeah. So now we have trainer's name, grade, section, batch ID, completion status and mode of training. We'll just align it. This part we don't want, so we will just delete this. Okay, so what was our question? The first question was find the training completion percentage of each trainer, and we have to represent that in the form of graph. So I'll just copy this question, I'll just paste it here. Okay, we have to find out the training completion percentage and we have to represent this in the form of graph. Okay, so easily we can do this. So basically what we will do, we will create a pivot. Okay, so I'll go to insert, I'll go to pivot table. So the data range, I'll select this as column E to column F. Okay, and just click OK. So after clicking OK, we want to create pivot table in existing sheet only. So at which location? Here we want to create. I'll just click OK. Okay, so in rows we want trainer name, right? So I'll just select trainer name in rows. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 trainer: Alok, Beneath, Chanda, Devanand and Elizabeth. Okay, So the next thing is what we want their training completion percentage. Okay, we want their training completion percentage. So what we will do, in column we will arrange completion status. Okay, so we'll just edit this particular pivot, and in column we will arrange completion status. Okay, so basically how many type of completion status are there? So basically complete, not required, ongoing, on hold, these are the completion status. Okay, now we want this particular thing in terms of percentage. Okay, so for that what we will do, in values we will add trainer name only. Okay, so basically Alok has 7 batches which are complete, 6 which are not required, 2 ongoing and 1 on hold. So basically Alok is assigned for 16 batches. Okay, but now we want in terms of percentage. Okay, so what again we will do, we will add the same values and trainer name, but this time we will use percentage here. So show as percentage of row. So basically 43.75 is complete for Alok, 37.50 is not required, then 12.50 is ongoing, and 6.25 percentage is on hold. Okay, so this is done. Now we want to represent this in the form of graph. So what we can do now, we can just do one thing. Basically, we'll select trainer name here. Okay, then this complete, not required, ongoing, on hold, we'll copy, we'll paste like this. Okay, so this will be our header actually. So what I'll do, I'll just reformat it. I'll make it bold. Text color I'll select as white so it will look good. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll give a drop down here. So basically I'll insert drop down. So first trainer Alok, second trainer Beneath, third trainer Chanda, fourth trainer Devanand, and fifth trainer Elizabeth. Okay, so we have one drop down here. So basically we can select trainer from here. Now the thing is we want their completion percentage for this particular thing. Okay, so what I'll do, basically we will just apply, for example, let's select Alok. Okay, so is equals to VLOOKUP basically. So for VLOOKUP we will select this much of data. Okay, comma. So as we want its complete percentage, right? Percentage for completed batches. So the what will be the index? So we are starting from here 1, 2 and 3. So it will be 3. As we want exact match, so 0. Okay, but basically in VLOOKUP the very first thing is we have to give this one reference value, right, which we want to look up. Okay, so this will be H15. Okay, see 43.75. So what we will do, yeah, we have this one. So again, in this particular data, the next column will be fifth for not required. For ongoing, the index will be 7, and on hold, the index will be 9. 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, so we have the completion percentage. Let's say we want to find out for Beneath, so we'll just select Beneath here. Then similarly for Chanda, we'll just check whether it is working or not. It's working. Okay, so what we can do, we can create one pie chart based on this particular data as well. So we will just select this particular thing. Okay, we'll go to this one, insert chart. Okay, so instead of this particular pie chart, we can select this one, 3D pie chart, and we'll just customize this. Basically in customization, what we will do, the chart style is already selected, background will keep as white only, chart border we can select as black. Okay, we can select maximize. Okay, this will look good actually. And then pie chart, so donut hole, if you want a hole in the center you can select, so we'll select as 25%. Label, value in percentage we want, so only values will be fine actually. We'll make it bold. Text color, this is fine, black. Pie slice, so if you want like the slice to be apart from center, right, there should be offset from center, you can set in the terms of percentage, but this is not required actually. Chart title and axis, this is fine. Legend, this is fine. Okay, so we have the graph. We'll just realign the graph here. So this is the solution for our first question. Now let's say we want to solve our second question, so I'll just copy paste the question. So the second question was, we have to find out the number of on hold training status for each and every trainer. Okay, so I'll just copy this problem, I'll just paste it, and same thing we have to do it by using the functions. Okay, so what I'll do, so basically first I'll make the header for trainer. I'll just close this one. And then count of on hold training. I'll just merge this one, merge this as well. I'll just copy the format and I'll paste the format. So for pasting the format you can use Control Alt and V. Okay, now we want trainer name, so basically we will use unique value, so is equals to unique. Okay, from which column you want to use unique, so from A. So not from A1, we want to use it from A2 to A. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 trainers. Okay, so the next thing is, I'm just pasting the format. Okay, now we want count of on hold training. So for that the function is very easy, which is count. Okay, so it's equals to, so we have on hold training here as well. Okay, so basically we have created the pivot, right? So we can apply VLOOKUP here. So basically count of on hold training, this is, so we will select again the same data. Okay, so by VLOOKUP we will do, there are so many ways in which we can do, so count is one of the way, and with the help of VLOOKUP we can do. So is equals to VLOOKUP. Okay, which value we want to look up, we want the data for alloc. Okay, so I'll select data range, comma, which column you want. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. This time eighth column we want. We'll cross check it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. As we want exact match, comma, bracket close. But there we haven't selected the reference value. So the reference value will be H35. We'll hit enter. So for Alok, all hold training is 1. For Beneath, it's 7. Chanda, 5. Devanand, 3. And Elizabeth, 4. Okay. So if you want in terms of percentage, you can do what we'll do. Just copy this one and in bracket we will put percentage symbol. Hit enter. Okay, as we want this in terms of percentage, so this was like eighth column, right? So this time for percentage, we have data in that particular table and the index will be 9 only. So we'll select 9. Yeah, this is it. Done. So this will be the answer for the second question. Okay, so we have trainer name, their count of on-hold training, and we have on-hold training in terms of percentage as well, based on number of batches assigned. So this will be the answer for two problems. Okay, so this is this data I got in one of the interview from one of the organization. Okay, so this data is for process developer assignment. Okay, so you can practice it. Okay, if you want the data set, just like comment below. I'll provide the particular data set so that you can practice this as well. Okay, so thank you guys for joining. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.